Well, I've come to this now disused factory, which used to be an anodising company. And anodising is the technique where you apply an electrical current to something metallic, and by putting a charge on one side of something and a charge on a different product immersed in a conductive fluid, one part of that then transfers across the other part and creates a coating. And this is what this place used to do. It's now being closed for around 2.5, maybe 3 years. It went into administration, and you can literally just walk in and out of the place. These tanks here are where things would have been dipped in, and there's a crane up there where things have been lowered in and out. So these tanks would have had some pretty interesting chemicals in, depending on what the product was that was being treated. But for a place that's only been closed a couple of years, the dereliction's pretty incredible. Signs like here, do not climb on top of the tanks. I mean, caustic soda solution and such like. These tanks aren't very deep. They only go down, I don't know, maybe 4 foot or so, maybe 5. It's not the depth of the fall that would do any great harm. It's what the heck was in there. So I'm going to have a little look around. I'm being very careful. People know where I am. I am on my own today, which is not the best thing to do, but people do know where I am and what time I should be back. So I say, for a place that's only been closed for a couple of years, the dereliction is pretty impressive. The whole ceiling is pretty much gone. Certainly this section here. And I wouldn't say it was down to vandalism, to be fair, because it just doesn't seem to be anywhere. It's not like people are throwing stones and things through the place. It just, I don't know, maybe they took that section of roof off for ventilation, which would be a bit daft in my opinion, but what do I know about such things? But if I get back to one corner here, you can see kind of the depth the place goes back. There is also a kind of house attached to this, which was their offices, and I've not tried to get into there. I came here a few days ago to test access, and access is absolutely straightforward. There's no trying to get in here. You just walk through the door. So I'm going to have a look around, take some stills, put those in as well, and I have found some history on the place, and I'll put that in and let you know as much as I know about it. I'm going to move through to this section here, which does seem to have most of its roof still intact. I'm pretty confident that what's on the floor is water, because the roof is sort of gone at the eaves, so to speak, and there's no signs of any chemicals being stored in here. Having said that, I've got decent safety boots on that are acid resistant. Another gentle paddle through here. So this appears to be more of a sort of machining part of it than anything else. A doorway over there that I'm have a look at from the other side, I think. And there's a kind of a roof section up here. So I don't know if that went sort of halfway across the offices and an internal roof. But you can clearly see where the rain has come through there, which would explain the soggy floor. I'm guessing this doesn't work anymore. We do of course have to have a look in the document box, which I fully expect to be empty, and I'm not disappointed. I'm guessing this could be an alarm panel of some description. maybe a fire alarm or somewhere else, and an aerial's up there, an antenna up there if you wish. A strange thing up on the roof, so I guess they had a leak up there and just decided to just kind of, you know, make use of it. Yeah, okay. As I said before, this company went into administration voluntarily, I believe, and this is what happens. Absolutely everything of no immediate financial value, because the assets were sold off. I've got the figures for that. But this is the kind of thing that happens. We get hundreds and hundreds of drums, maybe an exaggeration, probably 100 or so, and we get things like this left behind. Now, sodium hydroxide is particularly nasty stuff. It's used as a degreaser and cleaner as much as anything else. But someone's going to get left with a clean-up bill for this, which seems entirely unfair. But having said that, the whole building's in such a state of dereliction. The only hope for it really is to flatten it and start again. It appears to have asbestos sheets on the outside. It would just be a complete nightmare to try and do anything with this. And we'll go through to one of the other sections here. People have clearly been here since I was last here. These drums weren't on the floor, but I'm now having to step around and over. But again, there's just drum after drum after drum. And these obviously a tad on the corrosive side. Alright, we'll take a look through here. The crunch of broken glass. And again, you can see here there's absolutely no roof left on one side. All the glass is on the floor. I don't think this is vandalism. There's just, you need to be really dedicated to throw that much to do that. Dedicated is the right word for stupid, I really don't know. So there's a few signs on the wall that tell us what the place used to be, and I guess this is ultimately was the boardroom. Someone exploring's had a look around, haven't they? And obviously the copper strippers have been in. There's remnants of plastic cable all over the place. There's not too much hope of being quiet in here. There's too much debris on the floor. And up on the wall there, the old coronavirus pandemic stuff, and I think, to be fair, that didn't help the place. Their social media was putting posts up until slightly before the return to normal, so I'm prepared to bet that this didn't do them any favours at all. That door that we looked at the other side has come through to here. There's an office here I looked at earlier on. And this we go out to a section. I'm not going to hang about here too much because it is quite a busy road down here. People aren't used to looking in here, so we'll spin back out of that. And we have toilets and showers through here from my previous explore, which I didn't video. I'm sure you'll want to see an old shower, but there is one. Okay, let's go back out and have a look around the rest of what we've got here. There's a bit of a clue. Almatron, one of the chemical industries that supply this place, they've got their barrels all over the place. 2022, and the last circle on here is January the 17th. So 2 and a bit years, and this is what we're looking at. Pretty much total desolation in 2 years. It's kind of scary really, isn't it, to think we are done and gone on history in just 2 years flat. Nothing, it seems, is forever. And as I said, this place is not exactly secure. I don't know why they've taken the entire window out, but clearly somebody has for some reason or another. And this takes you around to the back of the sort of more house bit. So I don't know if I go through one of the doors there, I can get into that house without being spotted from outside. But the whole place is just absolutely open. You know, there's another sliding doorway just through there. You can just amble out of if you chose. Well, it seems like you can get into the more housey bit just by walking through. Some of the offices here. A reception, so this was clearly the reception desk. Oh, the ubiquitous large penis on the wall diagram. Okay. I don't need to go in there. Toilet facilities. Whose office is it? It doesn't say whose office this is. But, not a bad little office. Very gingerly testing the stairs here. There's no point hiding this company's name, it's well known, anyone around here knows who it is and where it is. So some enterprising and pointless vandal has decided to smash windows for some perverse reason. I'm guessing that lot there may have been where the electrical cabinets were to stab in the dark, but I don't really know that. I'll have a look through here. This has got a door closed on it clearly because somebody's jammed it with a plastic tub. I'll let that shut gently behind us. And then move away from the window a bit sharpish. Oh, this floor feels a bit yeah-man-y. And this just looks like archive type space really. A bit dark to see anything. So I'm not entirely sure what used to be in there. Oh, why would you have a pram in there? That's a good question, isn't it? Anyhow, spin around the other side. And stairs that go presumably down to an outside, and there's the pram wheel at the bottom. And just another storage room, I guess. Somebody's office at one point or another. Anyhow, the floor up here is not fantastic, it must be said. I'm very carefully keeping to the edges. Right, time to have a walk back. The floor here is decidedly interesting. Okay, some kind of workshops here. And I know there's a floor above me here. I'm just not entirely certain how to get there yet. Being very careful, the floor's been picked up in places. I'm hoping if we go here and turn left. Oh, okay, that wasn't what I expected. I was hoping to find some stairs. Let's give this a... Ooh, so gentle pushing it, just swung wide open on me. Okay, well this had a fire in it at some point. I'm not going to start waving lights around in here. But someone's clearly set light it at some point. Yeah, well, very localised. It seems to be well contained pretty quickly. I never understand why people do things like that. Caution. Hazardous chemicals are used in this workspace. Yeah, workplace. I think they probably are. Well, I've explored as much as I intend to with the video. I'm now going to stow that away. Oh my word. And see if I can capture some stills. But it is a really big site, and assorted chemicals and pipes and storage tanks and the like. I don't know if COVID was actually what totally did kill it, or whether it was going downhill anyhow, and that just kind of did the deed. There's another fine example, hydrochloric. You'd not want to be licking that for too long. And there's the pipes for moving it around. External storage tanks and motors. Surprised nobody's had those motors away. And then big mixing stuff around the back here. With some pretty chunky power cables, to be fair. And again, I'm surprised they're still here, given that people appear to have had everything else away. Right, time to put the Steadicam down. Get the tripod out. Take some stills. But there we go. The anodising factory, as was. And what 2 and a bit years of inactivity can do to a place.